right, guys, we're back.
Yes, you are back.
I'm back here at Painted Visions. This is Patrick Mark Strange.
And Adam. We tried to get rid of him, but it didn't work.
Adam are in the house. He kicked us out the week before last, so we couldn't film, and we talked about it.
Hey man, busy
the
people.
Sister store,
I can't help it. Unfortunately, Patrick is slow and late, so we had to move on.
Oh, I'm gonna get you afterwards. Anyway, man, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right.
It's Thanksgiving week.
Yes, I'll be giving my thanks to
Friday.
big plates of food.
Yeah?
Yes.
Are you a turkey ham guy?
I'm a food guy.
Food guy?
Yeah.
Are you green? What is it? Green bean salad or mashed potato?
Green eggs and ham.
I'm not even pecan pie, or apple pie.
That one's definitely gonna be an apple. Hands down.
Apple? Okay. All right, man. It's Thanksgiving week. I'm super excited. I'm very thankful. Thankful for you, brother. You know what I'm saying? We're back doing
Thank this guy.
We're back doing New Release Wednesday again this year. We chilled out all last year. We brought it back this year. So I'm thankful that we're back doing this again, man.
Yeah, it's a lot
and
of fun.
having fun.
Most.
Anyway, we got some fun for y'all for this Thanksgiving episode. And hopefully regulars, if we can keep them going, if they'll stay on with us. And we'll bring them on right now. I got my buddy Giano, a.k.a. Raptor, in the house. We also have Death and Bad Girl. What's going on? Cosplayers, Cos Love. What is going on, people?
How you doing?
Good, good. Excited to have you all on, brother.
The register locked.
He was trying to steal stuff. We have to keep an eye on that one. All right, Adam, let's keep an eye on that.
Hey, you bought him. It's your problem.
Hey, I wanted to give them something for this Thanksgiving episode.
Well, giving thanks to an empty register?
No, that won't be good.
I'd be thankful.
Yeah, somebody have full pockets.
Oh, my goodness. So, welcome. What do you have to be thankful for this year, 2017, Raptor?
Well, honestly, thankful to still be upright. Thankful for my daughter. And
shout out to the daughters out there. Madison, I love you.
Cheap plug. And honestly, for a world of fiction that we can dive into and just lose ourselves in to escape all of our issues.
I love that one.
Yeah, no, that's a good topic. Unfortunately, Marvel likes to touch on the topicality a little bit too much sometimes.
Death, Batgirl, any thankful things you're thankful for this year, 2017?
I know I'm thankful for the people in my life that I love dearly. They have been a good solid rock for me. I am thankful for just discovering new things and being able to be as creative as I want to and just letting my imagination soar.
Great answers. This is
I
why
mean,
we
that's
brought them on.
not a bad one. That's not.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know why if we need to do any, man.
No, we don't.
You know?
No, we're just.
Well, I'm thankful for you, Adam.
I'm thankful for my beard.
Well, we're thankful for you guys. I should have probably saved this for the ender, but you know what? It's our Thanksgiving episode. Adam, I'm going to steal this beard later. He's already stealing it. We got a lot of stuff for you this episode. It's Doomsday Clock this week. It's taking over Thanksgiving week.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? We have some awesome interviews that we're going to also bring to you. Interview with Justin Jordan. You know him from Shadow Man, from Luther Strode, and Family Trade with Image Comics. And you know what? I'm going to throw another interview with Ominous Press, Bart, Sears, and Andy Smith that I did at Baltimore Comic Con. Great guys. Learned a lot from them from their Wizard Whip magazine.
Right.
Some Babe segments, how to draw. And we're also going to talk Justice League. We saw it since last week. I know you all have some thoughts. Raptor has some thoughts. I know you all are DC people.
I've seen people talk about it.
So he's going to kind of be left out, but you're going to be the key in on the conversation about what's hot this week. Doomsday Clock, and from Rebirth to now, we're Doomsday.
Yeah, but I'm sure me and Raptor here might be able to fill you guys in on the important tidbits.
Sounds good. But before we go all DC on you, check out this trailer for this new Marvel Comics game. It's called Strike Force. Right now, here you go. Marvel Strike Force. Ready to play it?
Sure, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Oh, man.
Game over.
Hey. Nah, I'm still at work. Getting out of here in a couple of hours, though, so. Oh, such a long day, man. I gotta get some coffee in my system. It's just boring, you know? Nothing ever happened. No. I gotta go.
All right, guys, I'm with the DC family right now. I got Death, I got Raptor, I got Batgirl. We're going to talk some DC Comics by way of Justice League, which dropped last week. I finally saw it. Y'all saw it? Let's talk about it. I know y'all are DC fans.
Very much so.
Were you pleased?
Good.
Yes. I actually, I do what I normally try and do, and I try not to go in there with filters based on, what the comic books say or whatnot.
Or Rotten Tomato says, or what they didn't say.
I completely ignore Rotten Tomato. They need to be squished. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed the storytelling. I enjoyed the action.
Okay.
And it hooked me. I was sucked in for a solid 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I was good.
Raptor?
Well, 2 notes. One, I'm one of the few people who might remember when Rotten Tomatoes was a satirical film critic site that had no warrant to anything, and now all of a sudden they're the end-all be-all to everything that is film, and no, to me they're still satirical. They make me laugh. That's about it. Secondly, I kept thinking how hilarious it would be if the very last trailer right before Justice League started would have been for Infinity War, just to troll everyone. It would have been hilarious. With that being said, I thoroughly enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
I think every person who was picked to play their parts played them very well. The action was good. The acting was good. The story was even really good.
Okay.
My only issue was the portrayal of Barry Allen, because it seemed more like he was portraying Wally West.
Yeah.
That's my only issue, but at the same time, it was funny.
Okay.
It was on point, and it did work. Just the dynamic was a little weird, because every time I looked at him, I'm like, I see Barry, but I'm hearing Wally. And it really just kind of threw me off. But other than that, it was a very enjoyable experience, and I'm definitely going to be picking it up when it comes out.
Okay. Bad Girl? Enjoyed it?
I enjoyed it. I loved it. It was so good.
Okay. Cool. For me, I went in there with low expectations. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit upset with BVS. I loved Wonder Woman. I came off of a high off of Wonder Woman. Man of Steel was great for me until the final act. Mm-hmm. To me, Superman wouldn't have killed, but I kind of understand what they're doing. They're doing something different. So for me, Justice League was good. I wouldn't say it was great. But it was all right, and I was pleasantly surprised.
I think a lot of the expectations that people have is they want the old school tales brought forth into a modern world.
Yeah.
When this is a modern world, that's where the issue lies. That's why a lot of things have had to be updated and changed.
Yeah.
It's like with the Dark Knight. I look at it and Batman Begins, Dark Knight Rises, that whole trilogy, the Nolan trilogy. Mm-hmm. Really, really good. All the acting was on point. Everything was great, but it worked for that world. Yeah, it worked for that universe, that time frame. I think the way they did Justice League works for this time frame and how things were going. Just a lot of people still want the Justice League cartoon to be brought to life, the Super Friends to be brought to life, and I think that's where the expectations change.
Okay. If you guys want to know more what we thought, we have some other reviews from our New Release Wednesday family. Ashley dropped a review that's on our WordPress page, and my gal Shady Hayes dropped a great review that's on our YouTube. But before we go, I want to get your favorite part, your big pro, and your least favorite part. Let's start off with the least, and then leave them off with a high. So, least favorite part of the film. That girl.
I don't think she has one.
She doesn't have one? Oh, so she was happy with everything.
I have comic book knowledge.
Okay.
So I went into it, it's a movie.
Got it.
And I loved it.
Okay.
So.
Cool. I can totally see you not having a problem with anything if you're going in there like that. And I think we should take it in that vein as well.
For me, my favorite part is actually...
Well, we're doing least favorite first.
Least favorite.
Before we get to favorite.
I'm sorry. Least favorite, again, has to go back to the difference between Barry and Wally and how it was portrayed. How it felt like, I don't want to say forced because the humor wasn't forced, but the personality of Barry on that one seemed a little forced.
Would you say he's a flash of two worlds?
Oh! Adam with the dinger right there. That was a good one. I like that. Death, how do you feel? Least favorite?
I actually have to agree on the whole
Barry Wally thing, that was actually a really big weird thing to me because
I'm kind of shocked by that. I was actually pleasantly surprised. Coming into it, I love what they're doing on CW. And I was kind of upset that they didn't cast my man from CW.
Yeah.
And we have like this whole new, and I love Ezra Miller as an actor. I think he's fantastic.
Okay.
And I think he actually did a great job. And to me, it was just a whole nother take.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I think you brought up the point. It was more of a Wally West than a Barry Allen.
Yeah.
And to me, CW Flash is Barry. I think CW
it's
is
more
doing
Barry.
Barry Allen. This guy was more of a Wally West. It was kind of an interesting
But
take.
again, it goes back to what I said earlier.
Yeah.
It works for that world. It
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
I mean, and it's probably a well-known fact that that they're actually trying to keep this TV shows, the CW shows,
True.
and their movie verse is completely separate.
Yeah.
Just that way, they have more ability and more sandbox to play in, if you will.
Yeah. So for me, I would say, since you kind of chime in with your least favorite, I think it's even though I enjoyed it, it did feel like two different films. I could see the Zack Snyder-ness and I could see the Joss Whedon-ness about it, and so there's that. And I have a couple qualms with it. Again, to me, it could have been great. I just thought it was good. I think it would have benefited. I'm getting my things confused because I'm trying to really think what is it my very least favorite thing of them all. My biggest least favorite is, again, I wish they would have more lead up. It would have benefited by, I didn't think we felt as into it if they would have given us separate films. Like Aquaman and the whole mirror thing, I had to explain that to my wife real quick. It would have benefited if we would have had the Aquaman film prior and the Cyborg film prior and the Flash. If we would have had that going into it like they did with Avengers, and the comparisons which are happening because Marvel did Rocket, and that's why everybody's kind of Marvel DC, that whole hype. It would have benefited if we would have had that lead up. That's why we didn't feel as into it, I think, as a wide audience.
Understandable.
Yeah. So that was my least favorite thing. I wish we would have had these films prior. That's not so. I wouldn't say that's it is kind of a detractor, but at the same time, it's still a good movie. So that's the least favorite thing if we would have had the lead up.
Yeah.
So favorite thing that happened, Batgirl.
When they fist bumped at the end.
Oh, I like that. True. What was that with the race? Spoilers.
Spoiler alert!
It's when they're standing on the rooftop.
Oh, yeah,
At the
okay.
very end,
They all.
because
So not as
Flash
bad.
was
Cyborg
trying
and
to
Flash.
fist bump him.
Okay,
before,
yeah. Okay.
But
Like when they're all standing
That
there.
just reminded me of another favorite moment, but go ahead.
For me, oddly enough, it was actually when Aquaman went to Atlantis. And the reason being is because I like their portrayal of Aquaman. Because it's not, he's already in the water,
and the way
he's
the fight
king in
went
the
down,
sea, blah, blah, blah.
everything.
It's
Yeah.
If you actually look at the story they're trying to trade with him is, he was born of an Atlantean and a human. He does not like Atlantis. He does not like Atlanteans. He doesn't want anything to do with them, but he's forced to go down there and deal with them. And just the way Jason Momoa portrays that and how it was done, I'm just like, I want more of this now. Like, where was this Aquaman when I was growing up? Instead we got, tuna. I want dolphin. Don't eat dolphin.
no,
Adam, don't eat dolphin.
They're cute.
Why? It's delicious.
no.
Oh, you know what? While I'm on the subject of Aquaman, I totally sidetracked, but hey, it's our show. We can do it.
Yeah.
Do the comments say he was more Aqua Bro than Aquaman?
No.
Oh.
No.
I thought it was a decent portrayal, even though I can see why they say that, but I like Momoa. I don't mind Aqua Bro.
Well, what it reminded me was actually a show Jason Momoa was in called The Frontier.
Okay.
I started watching that because I never watched Game of Thrones, so I'm not familiar with him as
Gotcha.
Khal Drogo.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I need something to give me something about this character. Saw a show on Netflix, started watching a couple episodes, and I'm like, if he's bringing this into Aquaman, I like it. If he goes anywhere else, I disagree. And you see that same attitude, because he's kind of carefree because he doesn't care. As far as he knows, he's a superpowered being that can breathe underwater who doesn't care. He just does whatever he wants. And when you look at it that way, it's because he's not all bro-tastic about it. He's just somebody who truly doesn't care. And to me, it's almost like a reflection because, well, nobody cared about Aquaman. So why should he care about the world? It's kind of its own little punchline to me, at least.
Makes me question my sexuality, I ain't gonna
I
lie.
bet it does.
Damn.
He is a handsome man.
He is a handsome man. Aqua Bro. Brandy, your favorite part?
I actually really enjoyed the characters coming together.
Yeah.
The build up, I think that they made that work really well. How, as was mentioned, Aquaman, Arthur didn't really care. He's like, so your human world's gonna end. Oh well, I'm going this way. And then you got Barry, who's overeager to help, which, let's face it, that is kind of a Barry trait. Any way he can help. You got Bat and Wonder Woman just trying to make sure the world doesn't end. And then Cyborg, who was not even 100% certain until he started understanding what was going on with him.
It's actually funny you mentioned that, because a lot of people's gripe was Cyborg was brooding too much. And I'm like, okay, he just got turned into this thing. His whole life was
Exactly.
ripped
it was
from
perfect.
him.
I
I
thought it was
felt
good.
bad for him.
And that was the point.
Yeah, I wanted to
you know.
cry for him because it's just like, no, Victor, I want to hug you.
And shout out to Ray Fisher, who was the cast. I think he was great. And he has the voice, too, of Teen Titans Cyborg, which we
Oh my
love.
God, yes.
You know? So I think they chose the perfect guy. I think extremely well done.
Oh, yeah.
Before I get to my pluses, I just remembered one big thing, that how the film started off. And spoilers, whatever. It starts off with the cellular cell phone footage of Superman. The fact, when they made this film, Henry Cavill had like the beard and everything going on. That CGI was so fucking noticeable. I like, come on. There's memes about it. If y'all haven't seen the memes, like that got me off on the wrong foot, but then the film was quickly better. But that probably trumps that was my least favorite thing. It was so noticeable. Like, although they did do a better job towards later on when he came back and everything. So, but anyway, favorite part. I have so many favorite parts. Again, even though it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't great, but it was good. So, you know, it's great to say that I have a lot of favorite parts. The casting, you said that as well earlier. I think everybody was great. I wish the script was a little bit better and, you know, some other fine tunes. Again, it was a good movie, but I think it was extremely well casted. Everybody nailed it. The thing was well done there. Even to these other roles that we'll see coming up that we saw in the details. You know, I think Joe Manganiello is going to be a great Deathstroke. Like, I'm so excited for that. That's a sexy man too, right there. Ain't gonna lie. Anyway, I watched a lot of Magic Mike. So the casting was great, and oh my gosh, the race. One of my favorite, being a longtime Superman Flash fan, that the fact that they gave us a race. And, you know, there's so many things, but we'll leave it on a commentary. We got some more stuff to give to you. Favorite thing, Booyah. The fact that Cyborg did Booyah. Again,
Yes.
Cyborg fan, I'm a Teen Titans fan. Booyah. I think that's it. We've said all we've got to say. Hopefully we'll have these people back on again more.
Oh, yeah.
To talk more
Definitely.
DC. That's it. And we're going to throw it over to now Adam Martin and Raptor talking all about Rebirth to Doomsday Clock, because that's the biggest thing going this week. Let's let them get into it. Here we go. We're out of here. Oh, it's time.
Raptor, Adam
Adam.
Raptor. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you the quick rundown on what's going on in DC this week, because we got Doomsday Clock!
It's all over the place this week.
All right, and by the way, don't be a rube like Patrick and think it's associated with metal. It's not metal.
Whatever.
I'll get Raptor on it. All right, so
Okay, I gotta
first
watch
and
out.
foremost, this all starts with Raptor, a little help.
Watchmen.
Congratulations. So, this right here picks up pretty much immediately following Watchmen. The Doomsday Clock, they gave us the ash can about, a month ago now? And they revealed that this story is picking up right at the tail end of Rorschach's journal getting out, Ozymandias being figured out, because Rorschach's journal kind of spilled all the beans.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a few. So, we know that Rorschach's... Wait, didn't he die?
Supposedly.
Supposedly. Okay.
I mean, I saw the explosion and all the gore moo and the vivisection everywhere, but comic books.
Logic. So with the Watchmen, this is obviously one of DC's biggest cult books, and they figured, how can we save our company? Let's bring one of our best renowned titles and find a way to mash it into the regular universe.
Literally.
Mashing, yes. So this is how the whole Rebirth universe started. Unfortunately, I don't have the regular book, but this is what you're looking for. Rebirth Deluxe Edition. So there's one little ominous thing you see here. Oh wait, it looks like the creation. Oh, that's a blue.
I'll throw it up on the screen, Adam.
There's a blue. Wait, who's a blue character from this whole? Oh wait, I'll let you figure it out. So in this book, we find out that Batman finds the Watchman button in his cave after this post event. And it's all weird because that never should have occurred. So with this, they, let us 6 months before they finally gave us any kind of information on what this could possibly be?
Roughly, they kept running it through in different advertisements and kept going on and on about it because, obviously, if you've never read anything of Watchmen or have never seen the movie or you've literally been hiding under the lowest peak of a rock, you have no idea who the button belongs to. I think the greatest detective in the world should be able to figure it out.
You haven't seen the movie.
I guess not.
But by the way, for people that haven't read the book, the movie is a good Cliff Notes version. The ending in the movie, in my opinion, actually sums up the entirety of what they're trying to portray much better than the Alan Moore convoluted ending. Because once you get, this is all based on an old Ronald Reagan speech where he pretty much said, Earth will not get along until somebody other than Earth comes to kick Earth's ass.
Yep.
So that's what we're getting to. So finally, months later, they gave us this lovely crossover story, Batman with the Flash, the Button. Of course, we had to use the Flash because he causes all of DC's problems, so he's got to fix them too.
Of course, why not?
So yeah, but no, what did you enjoy about the Button? I mean, overall, I thought it was a phenomenal story that got everything caught up to a level where people were just dying to read what's going to happen.
The thing I liked about the Button wasn't just the story and once again revisiting Flashpoint and actually finally having a meeting between a grown-up Bruce Wayne and his own father and the dichotomy of that and just, yes, definitely right to the heart. But also when they went into the Justice League vault to see all the treasures that they had to get the cosmic treadmill back out and everything that was there, it's just, you start to finally see that the people who are writing DC Comics are going, okay, we have this expansive history. Let's use all of it. Let's start bringing things in, because back when Convergence happened, they finally decided, everything's canon.
You don't say that word.
I'm sorry. The C word.
Yeah. It's a lot more than 4 letters.
Yeah. But everything came back as canon, and then they went, okay, so here's this. Everything's canon. Wash it clean. And now they're going, we probably shouldn't have done that because, a certain individual that has to do with this decided, I'm going to screw everything up. Because that's DC. Comic book. Logic.
Yes.
The L word.
Yes. Now, that's what I'm expecting is where we're going to find a revelation that Dr. Manhattan has had a very big hand in. No junk on his big hand, but he because of him.
He has a lot of big things.
Apparently.
Why were you staring?
Hey!
I mean, we jump forward to him talking about all the lovely men in Justice League. But I mean, Dr. Manhattan, as I've told people, he's a kid with an ant farm. At the end of Watchmen, he decided to leave because he's like, I'm above all of this. So I feel like whatever he's caused here, he hasn't intended to be the bad guy. He's just doing an experiment. And, yes, the lives of ants to ants are matter. But, I mean, the lion doesn't worry about the sheep. So that's the thing I'm interested to see how they play that out and find a way to make that work well. Because we are promised a fight between Superman and Manhattan.
Oh, yeah. Well, and one thing I think about when it comes to Dr. Manhattan, are you familiar with the movie Animal House?
Yes.
Okay. So in there, one of the guys talks about how we are all just small little pieces inside the fingernail of another being that's inside the fingernail of another being.
Okay.
And that's how the entire world and universe expands. And Dr. Manhattan puts himself at the very top, the very end. I guess you could just say at the top of all the turtles because the turtles go all the way down. Yep. And as such, he can do anything he wants, how he wants, whenever he wants, for whatever reason he deems possible. But he's still so bored because he's so omnipotent that of course he's going to come in and screw things up. And he's not going to see himself as a bad guy because all he does is creation, destruction, which in of themselves are not good, not bad. They're not anything other than just what they are. Yeah. So yeah, of course he's not going to see himself as a bad person. Granted, I personally would love to see him be like, yeah, I did this. Screw you. I don't care anymore. I did it because I wanted to. I want to see him take a slight villainous role, just a little, because he's so medium about it. He is the epitome of the gray in a black and white world that's fighting for itself. I want to see him take and go just a little bit towards that darker end, just a bit, because I just think it would be for great writing.
No, I agree. I could see them pushing him a little more chaotic, neutral. Just in the face of like when Superman in the League or whatever try to say, "Hey, you're doing something wrong," for him to look at him and say, "Who are you to tell me I'm wrong?"
I would love to see him say that to Superman, just because I would stand up and applaud.
Yeah. Well, hey, and finally, it would be somebody that's not magic or a stupid green rock that can probably hand Superman his.
Or a stupid black rock.
Well, that makes Superman actually cool.
No.
I'm okay with angry killers. Did you read The Man Who Laughs?
The Batman Who Laughs. I did.
Did you see what happens when
I did.
Black Kryptonite all the way. If you don't like hearing the screaming sounds of wives and children, don't look at it. But do it anyway. But yeah, I mean, so I'm really looking forward to what we're going to do with this. I mean, we got 12-issue series here.
Look at all the covers.
All the covers.
All the covers.
And we got the great Rorschach ink blot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if I remember correctly, when I was reading about Doomsday Clock coming up, this is supposed to span for the next year, where all the events that have happened since Rebirth for every single one of these comics, finally they all meet up at the very end of this one. Technically, this is supposed to take place ahead of the time we're in now, and all the other comics are going to lead up and match up at the end of it all to start the next whatever.
I believe you're correct. From reading this, because spoiler, I work in a comic store, I get to read my early. You didn't see any connections to our DC universe.
And they wouldn't be able to do that, especially if this picks up right after Watchmen.
Yeah.
There's no way it could, but it's supposed to.
Yeah,
And
so
I'm anxious to see how that's
where the
gonna come
connection,
out.
where the wormhole that connects them.
Yeah.
I guarantee you Barry's going to be involved somehow.
More than likely.
So yeah, by the way, can we get a movement called #BlameBarry? Because he did everything
For
wrong.
real. I'm with you on that. Blame
I'm
Barry.
just going to start doing that for everything now. Just blame Barry and tell no one why.
Yeah,
No
like, hey,
context.
boss, I can't come in today. Blame Barry.
He's probably a bigger supervillain than any villain in the DC universe because he fucks up time so much.
It's all perception.
I mean, did you not watch Flash last season? Because I didn't. Everybody told me how he was his own worst enemy.
That is true.
Literally, figuratively, metaphorically, and in all ways possible.
But yeah, so I mean, this is the biggest thing that's been going on. So everybody's dying to read this. This is also, of course, going to pick up at the tail end of Action Comics, who is Mr. Oz, which fooled everybody because everybody knew it was Ozymandias. But I'm curious.
I was excited with who ended up being, and I enjoyed it.
I know it was a great little twist, and I absolutely love the fact that by the end of it, we realized that shooting kryptonite out of your eye can be a superpower too.
Yeah.
So who was it?
It
I
was
didn't
Jor-El.
read it. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Now, the question is, was it that Superman's Jor-El? Or, as somebody pointed out, a very good question, if we all remember, the Rebirth universe is essentially the leftovers of the New 52 universe.
Correct.
New 52, Superman, dead.
Yep.
If that was... So who's the Jor-El we saw? Did we see New 52 Jor-El? Or did we see Earth Prime back from the 90s Jor-El?
I'm so blown right now.
Whoa, man.
Fuck.
So, yeah. So that's something that I don't know if the creative teams thought about or touched on, but it's something that one of my readers brought up to me, and I was like, it's a very good point to being something that Jeff Johns will probably just make a storyline about it in 6 years.
As somebody who reads especially a lot of the Bat Family comics, a big follower of Nightwing and Red Hood and the Outlaws, there's a lot of continuity issues that you do find that just keep traveling through and through. You mentioned the leftovers of the New 52. Spoiler, in one of the Nightwing comics, not only they bring back the Batmobile from the Batman and Robin comic when Dick Grayson was Batman, they crack a joke about it in Red Hood's comic with Professor Pig talking about how he's never met Red Hood in continuity, but the Batmobile's there. And then there's this Deathwing dude who's dressed up as the New 52 Nightwing. Welcome to DC Comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blame Barry.
Just enough to make sense.
Blame
Hashtag
Barry.
Blame Barry.
Hashtag blame Barry.
There
I'm
we
throwing
go.
that all over the screen right now. Blame Barry.
With little lightning bolts everywhere.
Yep.
Oh, it should be.
But just make sure when you do the hashtag, it's just lightning bolts.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Patrick, do you have any questions you'd like to ask us about Doomsday Clock?
I think I'm satisfied. I'm super excited about Doomsday Clock, and I will be clocking in and checking it out.
Now, what's it not associated with?
Metal.
All right. He's learning.
I've learned because this guy's scary.
Raptor, take care of the late work. I see nothing.
All right. That was our episode, y'all. All right, guys, this is Patrick, and these are my picks for the NRW of November 22nd, 2017. Basically, as you've seen from everybody else's picks, Doomsday Clock has taken over we'll have a whole topic discussion that you can watch of us talking about Doomsday Clock. So let me get to my other picks for you, and it's all girl power. First up, I have from Archie Comics, Betty and Veronica Vixens #1, being brought to you from Jamie L. Rotante and Eva Cabrera. Essentially, the toughest gang in Riverdale is Betty and Veronica. They've crewed up, and they are taking over. I'm a big fan of Riverdale, and I've been loving Archie since I was a little guy right here. And with now Betty and Veronica forming like a little crew, they're little vixens and getting that going on in Riverdale. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with that, and with everything that they've been doing in Archie lately, with it being now in a modern time frame that Mark Waid set up. I'm loving it. I'm going to check this one out. Can't wait to read it. Check it out. Betty and Veronica Vixens #1. I'm also a huge fan of Tomb Raider, my girl Lara Croft. I've been loving the Tomb Raider game. They have that Rise of the Tomb Raider game, and they've then brought in the Dark Horse series that kind of filled in the holes with that. And with Tomb Raider Survivors Crusade being brought to you by Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly, the team from Joyride and Hacktivist, and working with artist Ashley Woods, I'm super excited how they're going to continue on from the Rise of the Tomb Raider game, the Dark Horse series, and to now with Lara Croft knowing what went down with Trinity and some more secrets about her father. She's going to get some more details on what exactly happened, and this is hopefully going to bridge us into this next new ongoing, which is Survivors Crusade and the upcoming Tomb Raider film. If you haven't seen the trailer, it's online right now. Go check it out after you get done watching this. I'm super excited. That looks super dope, and that's kind of basically foretelling the newest incantation that we saw in the Rise of the Tomb Raider. And if you're only familiar with Angelina Jolie, which was awesome as well, I enjoyed that film, but this is a little bit closer to the game and the latest going-ons. Check that out. Tomb Raider Survivors Crusade #1. It's going to be awesome. And again, what would be my top pick is Doomsday Clock. I'm going to give you another pick to fill in that gap since we're all picking Doomsday Clock. Another great pick that you should check out is Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur #25 from Marvel Comics. It's awesome. Brandon Montclair, Natasha Bustos. It's part 1 of Fantastic 3, where Devil Dinosaur and Moon Girl are going to team up with their ever-loving blue-eyed thing and the Torch, and from what I understand, Silver Surfer making a guest appearance. It's going to be awesome. It's going to continue this great storyline, the Fantastic 3, and just check it out. It's girl power, y'all. Those are my picks, and I got some bonus picks if you go to the YouTube page and to the Twitter and to the Facebook. I throw it up there. We give y'all content, people. Check it out. If you want something to read, we got it for you. This is New Release Wednesday, and I'm Patrick, y'all.
Hey, this is Bart Sears.
And this is Andy Smith for the New Release Wednesday show. We're from Ominous Press.
What's going on, world? It's your boy Patrick Michael Strange, the New Release Wednesday show. We're here at Baltimore Comic-Con 2017. It's starting to wind down, but I couldn't leave without getting 2 of my favorite artists of all time. I'm serious. I learned everything I know from a pencil by Wizard Magazine, by this guy, Roots and Babes, and this guy as well doing his thing. Andy Smith, Bart Sears, Andy Smith. It's Ominous Press in the house.
It is.
Andy, Bart, always a pleasure seeing you guys, man.
Thanks.
Known you guys for so long and just doing your work, enjoying your work, and I'm so excited that Ominous is back. There's been, there's bumps and ends down the road with different things going on. Bart, I know this is your baby, Fullwell and Andy. Can we talk about this Ominous comeback?
Well, we decided, it was funny, it was Baltimore Comic-Con in 2015, and I was a guest, Bart was a guest, Ron Mars was a guest, and, all separate, we just knew from reading online, we're all going to be able to meet up. That's cool because we haven't seen each other so long. And then our business partner, publisher Sean Husfar, who we all go back to the early 90s.
Who was part of Ominous Press back in the day, too.
Okay.
Yeah. Saw that we were going to be here and sent a text saying, hey, I'm coming down. And he came down and we all just started talking. And, with the way the industry is now with small publishers, kind of really doing a lot more.
Yeah. You guys were kind of setting the trend back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day it was like Image, and when it came to small press it was like Image. Dark Horse wasn't small press back then. Yeah. And then just a few others, but we didn't last because the industry kind of took a downturn back then.
Yeah, right after it started.
But now it's we noticed with Boom and IDW and Aspen and companies like that, why not try and give it a go again? So
Got another whole business model to go. Are we seeing a lot of our favorite characters come back?
You bet,
Mail
like
is in
our
the
guy,
house.
The Giant Killer.
Yes, exactly.
Mail's back.
Mail's back.
Barrows.
Maelstrom, the Mail's Rage.
Yep. It's all back, and a lot of new stuff too. Our first book, Dread Gods, written by Ron.
Ron Mars. Shout out to
Beautiful.
Ron Mars.
Beautiful art by Tom Rainey, man. It's the first 2 books are out through IDW. Third one coming soon.
yep.
It's 4-issue limited series with much more to follow. Giant Killers sometime early next year, and then Demigod to follow.
So you're tagging with, it's Ominous Press, but you're tag teaming with IDW for the distribution element?
Yep.
And
Yeah,
getting it
pretty
out
much.
there?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, co-publishing. It's just a smart way to go. I mean, you think about the previews catalog and you think about placement and stuff like that. And,
Definitely.
IDW is a known quantity and they do really well.
Yeah.
And, they were excited about it, so why not?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Any other projects you have that you're doing? Anything outside of Ominous that you're working on?
Well, we've got
that you want to talk about?
Drawing Power, which was a Kickstarter earlier
I
this year.
saw that. Was very excited to see that.
Thanks,
Being
man.
the Wizard
I was
magazine
very
fan.
excited about it too. And we've expanded everything with a lot of new content and new tutorials, and that's probably going to ship in December, but it's still available on Indiegogo.
Okay, so for people that weren't able to grab on the Kickstarter, they can get on Indiegogo?
Indiegogo.
Okay.
Yep. So looking forward to that, and the Black Book's coming out with that, which is the Art of Art series. That's pretty cool. And then we've got Giant Killers coming up soon.
Hi, I'm Bart Sears. I've been an artist all my life. I've drawn comics, designed toys, and created art for DC, Marvel, Hasbro, Toy Biz, Valiant, Dark Horse, and a whole bunch of other companies. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to check out the Brutes and Babes Drawing Powerful Heroes Collected Edition Kickstarter. 25 years ago, I launched a How to Draw column called Brutes and Babes in Wizard magazine. Wizard was the Bible for the comic industry throughout the 1990s. Brutes and Babes became one of their most popular columns, and a lot of fun for me to create. I don't know how many times fans and pros alike have stopped me at conventions and thanked me for Brutes and Babes. They've told me stories of cutting the pages out of the magazine and assembling their own Brutes and Babes book. At the time Brutes and Babes started, I was teaching at the Joe Kubert School of Cartoon and Graphic Art, where I developed a real love of teaching. To me, teaching is a process of delving deep into what you do, figuring out exactly how you do it, the real nuts and bolts of it, the why, then passing that process on to others. I crafted Brutes and Babes so that it felt like I was talking one-on-one with another artist as we sat at our drawing boards, shooting the breeze about something we loved. In the pages of Brutes and Babes, I tried to pass on useful insights, instruction, hints, tips, tricks, and the solid, time-tested illustration rules for how to draw powerful comics. The goal was to help beginner and pro alike to draw better comics, character designs, concept art, illustrations, really any type of art. This collected edition will update and expand the original material, giving all the columns much needed space and even adding new artwork. I've also created some original Brutes and Babes content just for this edition, brand spanking new pages of teaching material. That's been the most fun part of this whole process for me. If you want to learn how to draw comics, I truly believe this is one of, if not the best resource available. To make this a reality, we need your help. Our Kickstarter is raising funds to cover the cost of redesigning all the drawing lessons into the best package possible. We've come up with a series of pledge levels, including original art and sketches by me. Stretch goals will add to the book's page count and hopefully even put us over the top for a hardcover edition. As an added bonus, we're also offering the first Ominous Press Black Book, a high-end art book. The Art of Bart Sears will be jam-packed with art, everything from sketches, commissions and pencils, to fully inked and colored comic art, as well as toy and video game design. A great deal of the art in the book has never been seen, and I'm excited to finally share it. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll decide to make a pledge to support this project and help bring this dream of mine to life. And remember, keep drawing.
Are you collecting some of those classic Wizard magazine covers in that art book at all?
There's been some talk.
Okay.
Oh, the art book?
Maybe
the
a part
Black
two?
book?
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be some in here, sure. Because, I mean, it's an art book, retrospective, so
I still
can't say
have
they
those
would all be in
magazines.
there.
Those
Yeah.
are classics.
Yeah.
Andy, yourself?
I got a Kickstarter that's going on until Thursday. It's a How to Draw Superhero sketchbook, which is basically an interactive sketchbook that you actually draw
That's
right
pretty
in. And you follow along over my art, and then as the book goes, we take away some of the drawing I did, so it gets to like a stick figure, and you have to flesh that out
You
yourself.
keep drawing the figure over and over, but you have to draw more each time.
Are you like watching it on video? And how
No, it's just a sketchbook.
Okay.
And like it has tutorial stuff in the beginning where it's like here's anatomy and proportion and things like that, and then you draw right in the book. So most how-to books,
Yeah.
you sit it next to you with your paper and your
Oh,
pencil.
I understand.
With this, you just grab a pencil and go.
Gotcha.
If you love comics and have a passion for drawing, we've created this sketchbook to help you get started drawing comic book heroes. And we're calling it How to Draw Superheroes. For this project, we're super excited to have partnered with one of the industry's leading comic book artists, Andy Smith.
Oh, hi. Welcome to my studio. I'm Andy Smith, and I've partnered with Marc and Render Demo to bring you this exciting new How to Draw Superhero sketchbook. See, when I was a kid, I always loved comic books. I loved drawing superheroes. But, like everybody else, I didn't really have anywhere to go except how to draw books. With our new sketchbook, it's interactive. You draw right along in the book. Marc designed this blue line fade out way of learning where you draw right in the book alongside the lessons that I provide. This will be an invaluable tool in your learning to draw superheroes process.
Our sketchbook is small and compact and fits easily into any bag or backpack. And the 100-gram paper is heavy enough to take on pens, pencils, and even markers. Chapters include male and female proportions, anatomy, head proportions, eyes, ears, nose, and mouth, the body in perspective, drawing costumes, and a collection of templates at the back of the book. This is our 4th How to Draw sketchbook that we've launched here on Kickstarter. With each new sketchbook, we find new ways to improve and enhance your experience. We can honestly say that we outdid ourselves and that this is our best one yet.
So with everything being futuristic now, like I have a Note 8 and I have like the pen that comes out,
sure.
and like and all these digital artists now, and nobody's really doing it on paper. The traditional style that we grew up with.
I know.
You taught at Kubert School.
Yep.
You know, how do you feel for any upcoming pencilers now? You both are with you guys doing drawing books. What do you think about the element now in that digital versus the original pencil on paper? Anything you want to say on that?
I mean, digital's awesome. I mean, you can do layers. You don't have to use a light box anymore. Digital's great. I do, half the work I do is completely digital. So I have no problem with it. I mean, I still enjoy drawing on paper.
Okay.
And I like to do roughs on paper and different stuff like that, but whatever your tool is, it's just a tool.
Okay.
You still have to learn the basics of how to draw.
That's what I say, because some people just, to me, start from that jump off.
Yeah,
a lot of these new kids think you know
but it
your
won't,
basics.
Yeah, it won't help. I mean, like Bart said, you still have to know how to draw. It's just, it's instead of a pencil and paper, it's a pen and the screen. The stylus and the screen. Yeah.
Awesome.
Because I do a lot of stuff digital pencil-wise, my pages, but then I print them out and really like glue on the full-size paper and ink it traditionally. Because I like having original art.
Yeah.
But, like Bart said, instead of having to use a light box and flip the paper over and over, you can do as many layers as you want. And then once it's ready to go to ink, I just print it out and then ink it with a brush and pen like I normally would.
Because that's what I fear as as an owner of original art from both of you gentlemen. They grace my walls and everybody loves it. I'm like, you have a Bart, you have an Andy? Of course. These guys are legends. You guys are awesome. It's always a pleasure to see you guys.
Thanks for having us, man.
Thank you for coming on. I'm so happy for the ominous arrival. I know the people that watch the show are excited for the ominous rebirth occurring.
We're excited. I got to say, it's some really cool stuff. I'm thrilled.
Awesome. Let's throw out the URLs. I'm going to make it magically appear right now as we say where they can find you guys online and everything.
Well, it's just ominouspress.com for the company. For myself, it's andysmithart.com.
And I'm on Facebook, just at Bart Sears, at Bart Sears Art.
Excellent. Bart, Andy, it's been a pleasure.
You got it,
Thank
man.
you, sir.
Appreciate it, man.
Always a fun time. We had some good times at McDonald, if you remember some of the stuff we
Oh,
did
yeah.
back at McDonald. Do a few back. And now that Baltimore Comic-Con
Just
is
a
ending,
few.
I think it's about time we go and do that now.
Right, that sounds like a plan.
All right, for Bart, Andy, this is Patrick. You're watching the New Release Wednesday show. See you at Baltimore Comic-Con 2018.
Yeah.
Later.
Hey guys, Adam here, Painted Visions, here to give you my rundown again. I heard there's this guy named Patrick decided to give me a little jab last week, so what we're going to do is we're going to say, he sucks. So moving on. My picks this week are going to be very not Marvel, so ew, go away, go away. So first I'm going to start off with a Vertigo title, because Vertigo is the one little part of DC that everybody loves and should read more of. So there's this new title called Imaginary Fiends. It picks up based on this little character called Polly Peachpit. Sounds innocuous, whatever. But so going on, come to find out that there was these demons that they call imps, just like interdimensional parasites or something like that. And they attach to young children, so forth. So for years, she was left in a facility to be, for kinder words, to try to find out what's wrong with her. Well, now that she's 18 years old and being released, there is I believe it's the FBI or somebody along those lines, wants to recruit her to help hunt down these other imps because they are real, and they want to use the fact that she has bonded with hers to be able to tell this story, to have her track down and find the other ones that are like this. And it looks to be a pretty interesting horror story. It is just a mini series, so that way you're only digging in for 6 issues. I'm looking forward to see what this is going to give us. My second pick is going to be Jimmy's Bastards #5 from Aftershock. This book has just been humorous. Imagine James Bond mixed with Austin Powers, mixed with something way more adult. So essentially the bottom line is you got your James Bond equivalent, except for in all of his missions out gallivanting and sowing his wild oats. Well, he sowed his wild oats, and now the bastards, as they're calling them, are looking for a little comeuppance as their father essentially left them for nothing. So that's been a really good read written by Garth Ennis. It's up to issue 5. Definitely check it out. And of course, my #1 is going to be what everybody is reading this week and needs to be reading, Doomsday Clock #1. We've been waiting for this since the Rebirth universe. Now we finally get the first issue in 12. I've read a little bit through it. I mean, you get a great Rorschach lenticular cover. There's no spoilers, but it's a great read. I'm really looking forward to it. And also, make sure you're brushed up on your Watchmen, because it's picking up almost exactly where that book left off. So that's my #1 pick this week. Everybody, come in and pick them up.
Jordan. I'm the writer of Family Trade, coming out from Image in a few weeks, Luther Strode, Spread, and many, many other comics. You can check out my work at Justin Jordan Comics on Facebook, and you can catch me on the New Release Wednesday show.
What's going on, world? It's your boy, Patrick Michael Strange. This is the New Release Wednesday show. We are here at Baltimore Comic-Con 2017, and I have my friend for a very long time who's always been awesome, friend of the show. He's been on the show. You've seen his stuff. Justin Jordan is in the house.
Thanks for having me, Patrick.
Thank you for coming
Always
back on, my
appreciate
brother. You know, you've been doing some amazing things. Luther Strode, Shadow Man, Spread, and I know you have an awesome project coming up that I want to hear all about that you have going on as well. Why don't we get into it, man? You've done this before. You know what to do.
From Image is, my new book from Image is The Family Trade, which I'm co-writing with my friend Nikki Ryan. It's got full watercolor art from Morgan Bean. It's about a family of assassins, thieves, and spies that work to keep this floating island city that's in the middle of the Atlantic. It's an artificially created city going. So basically, if the leaders look like they're going to do something that'll cause the thing to sink, they get involved. But nobody knows they exist. So it's this giant extended family that's kind of dedicated to keeping this place going.
An aquatic Wakanda.
Yes, very much. And it's basically, it's meant to feel like one of those kind of swashbuckling, like adventure things. So it's not too similar, but it would feel like Indiana Jones or Pirates of the Caribbean, where one thing rolls into the other, and just that our hero is surviving by her wits and getting out by the skin of her teeth. So I wanted to do something that was fun. It's very different from my other books, but I think my fans will enjoy it.
Something different.
Yeah, I hope so. And like I said, it's absolutely beautiful. Full watercolor. There's nothing else in the market that looks like it.
if it's going to be in the sea, watercolors,
Right.
why not? It go hand in
Solid.
hand.
Yeah, so it's been really fun. I'm really excited about the debut of that.
Definitely. Was Indiana Jones part of the inspiration that led to what gave you that epiphany? Like, this is the next concept I want to do.
Yeah.
Out of everything else you have in your head.
As I say, it was just one of those things that me and Nikki worked out the plot and it sounded good, and it sounded like it would be perfect for Morgan still. So I was doing that, and I was like, I haven't really written a book that was that kind of adventure, that sort of fun, rollicking sort of thing. And plus, this book is, it's the kind of book, one of my very few titles that you could give to a teenager without getting arrested in Kentucky. So I thought that was a pretty solid sort of thing too.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a departure
Something
for me.
family friendly.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It's finally a book my mom can read.
Do you have anything else in the pipeline that you can talk about or want to promote?
Sure. I mean, we've got the Luther Strode omnibus for all 3 of these books. It's hardcover. It's oversized.
Okay.
It is 550 pages. It includes
awesome material. Great book.
120 pages of stuff nobody's ever seen, including first emails I sent Trad to get him on the book back when we didn't know each other. The pitch, the script for the first issue is in there. Character design sketches, the initial sketches, pinups.
I love
stuff
that.
we haven't used before. Yeah, it's
as
very
a creative
exciting.
person that wants to behind the scenes how things come into being. That's an amazing
And
it's amazing that you gave that out.
Yeah, it's what I wanted to do. It's going to be one of those things where people are like, how do you get into comics? I'm like, well, here's how I did it. It's in this omnibus, and it's beautiful.
You want to learn how to break in? There you go.
And after that, so in December, I've got a book called Backways coming out from Aftershock Comics.
Okay. Aftershock's doing a lot of stuff.
They are, and I've worked with them before on Strayer. I really like working with them. So in Aftershock, Backways is about, basically there's a world that's all around us that we never see. It's all the forgotten spaces. So it's like the space under your stairs or your attic.
Okay.
These people, these kind of magical misfits, have taken that and made them one world. They can move from one to the other. So they're all around us all the time and we don't know. And the main character's friend gets lost in this world and she has to go into it and bring her back. So it's very much Labyrinth, Dark Crystal kind of book. Yeah, it's my nostalgia for the early 80s in that sort of sense.
We're 80s babies, right? So, you know, Stranger Things dove into it.
Right.
You know, it's getting popular again.
And It. So
did you see it?
I did not.
You know, neither did I.
Haven't had time, man.
I saw the original.
I saw the original.
I had to catch back up. To get ready for the new one.
I was say I want to see it. I just have not had a chance.
I'm with you.
It's like
Where's the time?
Right.
You have us so busy. We're trying to create content for you, and we want to do things. You keep us working to give you, but can we have some time? Justin, always a pleasure. Why don't we tell them how they can track you down online to figure out all those cool stuff?
Justin Jordan Comics is my Facebook fan page.
Look, I just made it magically appear in front of us. Look at that.
Your magic skills are impressive, my friend.
I'm strange, doctor.
Thanks for having me, man. Always
Thank
a pleasure.
you, Justin Jordan. He's awesome. You're going to want to check him out. You'll see him back again. He's a friend of the show. We love you, Justin. We appreciate you. Go to JustinJordanComics.com. This is Patrick Michael Strange. You're watching the New Release Wednesday show here at Baltimore Comic-Con 2017.
Raptor here, Bloodhaven's favorite thief and entrepreneur, and I'm here to give my picks of comics of the week. Now I'm going to start off with one that I've been following for quite some time now, since the beginning. That's going to be Teen Titans. And this one coming up, we've got the return of Kid Flash, but it's conditional. He expects a face-to-face apology from Damian Wayne. Now we all know Damian Wayne is one of the most stubborn, hard-headed, bullheaded brats of the DC universe. So getting him to actually apologize, I mean, probably not going to happen. But Damian's got his own hands full right now as he's trying to recruit Emiko Queen, Oliver Queen's stepsister, also known as the Red Arrow now, much to the begrudging of everyone around her, as they're trying to take down Onomatopoeia, who just started a ginormous tidal wave heading towards town. So that one's going to be very exciting, and I'm waiting to see how that one plays out. Second pick has got to be the continuation of Detective Comics, which is finally hitting issue 969, I believe it is, where the team is getting back together one more time. But this arc, which now officially has the return of Tim Drake as Red Robin in it, and it also seems Spoiler has rejoined the group one last time. There's an issue going on with the camaraderie that Batman has brought forth, because let's be honest, he is, well, like father, like son, and Batman takes the cake on this any day of the week. You've got stubborn, bullheaded wrapped up as just one giant cowl. So him being cooperative and being willing to play ball as a team, I mean, They say I'm loony, but that's just messed up. Like, I can't even justify that, and I'm a thief. But my pick of the week has to go to a comic that, be it as it's an Elseworld style, it's one of the most interesting concepts you could find, and that is Nightwing: The New Order. If you can imagine a world where Nightwing's practically a fascist sergeant trying to run a police force to take down anyone with superpowers for the righteousness of the world, only to find out that his own son has superpowers that have manifested, and now he has been taken into custody. Of course, it's Nightwing, so he finds his own way out because, you know, when you're Dick Grayson, you got to do what you got to do. But now, in this issue, though, he has to come face to face with the one person I don't think he really wants to, and that is the X. And yes, we are talking about his son's mother, Starfire, and Grayson being the reason why she has no powers right now. But it seems they might have missed a few people with them powers. So those are going to be my top 3 picks for the week. I recommend checking them out. And as always, Raptor will be here to entertain you as much as possible, because that is when the show must go on.
All right, guys, that is our episode. Another great episode. Thank you for coming on, guys. Hope to see you more. Raptor, Batgirl, Death, and Adam. But before we go, we have our rundown segment, the stuff that is coming out this week. Out on DVD, we have The Hitman's Bodyguard, Nick Fury, and Deadpool. Did y'all see that when it was in theaters?
I did not, but I heard nothing but phenomenal things about it.
Yeah, I didn't see it at all, so I'm excited that it's out on DVD.
I know you get a Sam Jackson musical moment.
Yeah.
And right now that I'm putting over the screen as we're talking, I didn't see this originally when it was put out in theaters, but they, for one of the posters, they did a reenactment of The Bodyguard.
Yeah, the old one.
Yeah. So that is hilarious. I can't wait to see it. I'm happy it's out on Blu-ray. Did y'all catch it at all?
I didn't get a chance to catch it, but I am very interested to watch it. It did look really funny to me.
We're going to have a movie night then.
Yes.
Well, I'll come to my house. We're going to go watch Hitman's Bodyguard. Check that out. Another great movie out on Blu-ray DVD that I didn't even catch at all. What have we been doing, man? We've been
movies are also only in the theater for a day or two now.
That is true. Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. It's a graphic novel that is now on the screen.
From my understanding, the entire basis of Star Wars.
Basically. But that's cool.
Did you not hear about that?
Not really, no. I didn't know.
So if you go down a rabbit hole, you can find a little bit of stuff like from the first graphic novel that came out before Star Wars, and the cantina scenes in there, and a couple other. Yeah, there's a couple other scenes that are, from what I've heard, I don't know, but are lifted verbatim from Valerian and just deposited into the George Lucas hits called Star Wars.
Well, I think I like it then.
Yeah.
Because it looked cool. I like the Rihanna scene. Did y'all see it? Are y'all familiar with Valerian?
I'm a little bit familiar with it. Again, another one that actually looks really interesting to me, very visually, especially.
Yeah, especially with today's sci-fi CGI special effects.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So another movie night with that one too.
Yes.
Right. We're heading to my house.
All right.
We got some movies to watch.
We'll bring snacks.
Where's Lumpia?
Hey, I can do that too.
You better.
All right, we're going to do that. Video games, not much gaming came out this week because it is Thanksgiving week and Black Friday. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 on your Nintendo Switch. I don't have a Switch.
I'm pretty sure that's just a rehash of an older role-playing game.
Okay,
so
and just now it's on the Switch?
Xeno stuff has always been a huge role-playing stuff, so if you're into JRPGs and you're just looking
I remember Xenosaga.
Yeah, if you're looking for just, a grindy JRPG to pick up on your Switch, that's what that's for.
Okay, so that came out this week, but you know what? Since y'all weren't here last week and we discussed it quick, and I know a lot of people have been playing it, and there was like a big revelation since it came out last week. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Apparently, a lot of people were all about it and were buying like in-game coins and stuff like that, and all of a sudden they eliminated it.
Because once you pay $60 for a game, that's not enough. You need to pay more.
I know. And now people are upset that they took that away for some. Like, are y'all familiar with this?
Well, people aren't upset they took it away. People are upset it was there in the first place. And then those guys are mad because there are wallet warriors out there that'll be like, well, let me drop another $100 on this game. Mm-hmm. So now I've dropped $160. Oh, great. I have all the characters that nobody else does. Like, say...
That's not cool.
No, it's like, say when you were a kid and like, I'm an adult, I have money. Well, let's pretend I don't. Until all of a sudden, I'm a child, I'm playing this game. I gotta play 30, 40 hours before I can even get this character. And if it's just a cosmetic thing, I'd understand. But no, these are functional playability in the game. So they're just creating a game and hiding the entire game behind a wall. Like, this is more egregious than DLC.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Giano, what do you feel about that?
It's been happening a lot with even the free-to-play games, they're starting to nitpick a lot of them, just nickel and dime everybody for everything humanly possible.
You know, though, I can't be mad at free games for doing it, though, because the game's free.
I
They got to monetize it somehow.
I agree, but sometimes it's to a very absurd amount.
No, that is true.
That's where it goes. Like, there's a line, and there comes a point where it's like, it might as well just be a game you bought.
Yeah. Oh, no, there's plenty of them. I'm like, man, I would rather plunk down $60 to be able to play this game instead of being tempted to throw in the $20 to get the token to make everything speed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
But with the Star Wars Battlefront thing, like, they knew everybody was going to be waiting for it because, you know, when the first one came out back on PlayStation 2, just to show that.
The originals.
Yeah, the original. Back when you could do the full-blown Jedi battles and you wanted to punch your friend because they grabbed Darth Maul before you did. Let's be honest here.
True.
But now with what they're trying to do, they're trying to still rehash that. They're trying to give more, take more, and just the back and forth with it, they need to figure themselves out.
And it was really easy fix. I mean, from what I have heard, just give everybody that buys the game, like, here's your one unlock token. Pick the one character you want to play with.
That's not a bad idea at all.
And then put the rest of them behind paywalls.
Yeah.
Like, just get your one free unlock and then grind away. But, hey, who am I?
So, verdict, cool, not cool on what they did with that.
I don't agree with it.
In less than a week.
In less than a week, I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they're answering it, they're addressing these problems quickly is a good sign.
True.
But the fact that this problem was talked about before it became a problem and still became a problem, it's a bad sign.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, they took advantage of that.
I mean, the bottom line is down with EA. That's the problem.
All right. Moving onward, because we want sponsors, and if EA wants to sponsor us, hey, I'm not going to knock that. Coming out in theaters this week, Coco.
That looks like a great little Pixar movie.
You know what I'm saying? I like the Day of the Dead type stuff. You know, I'm taking my little one to it. Is your daughter interested in it? Have you seen the trailer?
She lives across the country, and I haven't seen anything about it.
The adult is interested.
This is my girl right here.
That's what I'm talking about, bad girl. So, everybody interested in that? Cute little story. What is it about?
It's about a kid that's trying to essentially connect with his family's lineage through the Mexican Day of the Dead and through music.
He just said it. Miguel, little Miguel, aspiring musician Miguel. I like it.
It's adorable.
Thank you, Adam.
You're very welcome, Patrick.
So that's in theaters. If you've already, ate up all the turkey, you've already binged on Stranger Things and Punisher, go to the theater, go see Coco. And if you didn't see
it's a Pixar movie. How bad can it be?
Exactly. So we got some more good stuff in the theaters right now. You know what I'm saying? You need to catch up on Justice League.
When I finish Punisher, I'll think about Justice League.
I'll be checking out Coco. Y'all go and see Coco? We're going to see some Coco. Because we're in love with the Coco. Other events this week. Again, it's Thanksgiving week. This episode will be debuting on Thanksgiving, actually, if not on Wednesday.
Eve.
Or Thanksgiving Eve. Now, I'll get it out on time, I promise. Yeah, usually when we drop this,
I'm dropping a stack of tryptophan
Wednesday,
that says he doesn't.
Or I'm going to accept that challenge. So, Thanksgiving episode, hopefully you're watching this and sharing with everybody else and checking out our stuff. Black Friday is this Friday, y'all. Is there anything Black Friday sales? Have you been keeping up with Black Friday? Are y'all into Black Friday?
I work retail.
So
I'll be here.
No special sale at Paint Visions on Black Friday?
No, just my charming face.
I know there's going to be some at my job, but I'm going to be hiding behind the counter with a hammer, just in case.
I'm so glad I don't work in retail anymore.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I turned into the desk job to come back to the world of retail. What was I possibly thinking?
I don't know. You're insane.
Yeah.
So for those of us that don't have to luckily work retail, are you ready to shop? Is there anything you have your eye on?
I'm still working, but I don't have to deal with psycho customers.
All right.
Because they are not right. The customer's always wrong.
Well, I'll tell you what, my secret now, generally, and everybody, hey, when these sales happen, it's online already. Like, I'm hitting up Best Buy Thanksgiving night, Thanksgiving Eve, and getting everything and locking it down, because I usually have to, fight somebody before they had it online and available.
So you're the people I see on the videos at Walmart?
Hey, bruh. But then it's fun, though, I ain't gonna lie. Like, excuse me, that was my DVD.
Oh no, I used to sit out in front of the Walmart and watch the charging of the bulls, is what we called them.
Oh, you know?
I was the type who would just sit there with my coffee watching y'all.
See, the only time I ever did it is when they started doing the the staggered sales. Like, okay, at 2 a.m. this goes on sale, 3 a.m. this goes on sale, which I think is a much better model because it alleviates a lot of the stress. It just felt really weird standing in the lingerie section waiting for a laptop.
They kind of go hand in hand, I guess.
I mean,
But
no. But I see what he's throw something else in the hand.
I will say one quick horror story. I used to work third shift at Cole's stocking.
Okay.
And we happened to go over a little bit of time when everybody came in. I was putting something up and got shoulder checked to the ground.
Oh no!
Like off of the mannequin?
No, I wasn't even putting clothes up. I was putting up it was like a microwave or something. I was just trying to put it up, and I got shot to the ground. They took the microwave, took off. I'm just like,
well, at least
I
it
just lay
falls
there and died then, I guess.
Hey, 2 seconds.
I mean, people have been trampled to death on Black Friday, so.
Multiple times.
Anybody else have Black Friday stories that they can recall, or Thanksgiving, since it is, we're in the spirit.
I'm just waiting for that turkey.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hi.
Regular oven baked turkey or deep fried turkey?
Turkey.
Turkey.
Just turkey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just turkey.
Oh, fried turkey.
I was going to say,
I mean,
Cajun
I have
injected.
had the deep fried turkey before.
The deep fried turkey is good. The problem is in this area, too many people burn their house down. But I mean,
That's true.
I have had the deep fried turkey. It's phenomenal.
Question though, is the turkey still done?
Typically, it's overdone at that point.
I don't know about you, but if my house is on fire and I've got a turkey in the oven, I'm still pulling the turkey out and running with it.
Oh, I just got out of the question.
I can tell you that when the oven is on fire with a turkey, you don't really worry about it. You just, grab the fire extinguisher, put it all out.
See, you and I have totally different priorities.
No.
Turkey over ham? So are we all turkey over ham? Turkey ham?
I mean, it's the turkey day.
Well, I mean,
It's our national bird.
Okay.
I mean, unless I can get the turkey wrapped in bacon.
Turkey, ham, bacon. Ham, so turkey
that
trumps
is
ham?
death.
Does bacon trump turkey or
Bacon trumps everything.
bacon
Yes.
trumps?
Bacon, bacon, bacon.
Yes.
Yes.
Bacon
all the way
wrapped
down.
turkey would be
Oh.
the dopest thing.
I mean, yeah.
Bacon wrapped cookies. Ever tried that?
Whoa,
I've had bacon chips in my cookies.
I had a bacon milkshake.
Bacon
It is
donuts.
as evil as it sounds.
I don't like bacon donuts.
There's a life I've never heard of.
I know, right?
Oh, we will educate you.
Now, I can tell everybody, speaking of donuts, if you haven't put a hamburger on a donut, you're not doing it right.
Oh,
I've
like
done
Krispy
that.
Kreme, like
Burger donuts.
Oh, I've never
But
done
the,
that.
the actual trick that everybody gets wrong is you got to go get the colossal donut, cut it in half, so that's your bun, but you invert it so the glazed part's on the inside.
I like it.
It's not you're not doing it right until you literally feel every.
Oh yeah, like you feel the cholesterol just like immediately. Like, oh yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna die, but I'm
When
gonna die
your
happy.
blood type becomes chunky monkey, you're doing it right.
You need a shot of whiskey to make sure it goes through.
Oh my goodness! All right, my sidetracking leads me to another event happening this Saturday over in Baltimore. If I was closer to Baltimore instead of having to drive that whole link there. Nerdsgiving, my friends at Transcendent Events. Shout out to Transcendent Events. My buddy Kevin Hawk. They're doing Nerdsgiving this Saturday at 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. They're going crazy, video gaming, but it's us nerds cosplaying. And just also getting together, being thankful for the year. So shout out to Nerdsgiving. If you're in the area, go check it out. And it's going to be an awesome event. And do I have any more things I need to talk about? No, I think that's it. We're done.
He's done at least.
I'm done. So I'm thankful for you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining us for our Thanksgiving episode. Looking forward for y'all joining us some more for some fun. Adam, thankful for you. I really am.
You're thankful for me having the store for you to work on.
Violin to play right now.
All right, guys, we're signing off. You can follow me at Temple Far East. Adam, where can they follow you or just see
You can just comment it at the Facebook on Painted Visions and you'll see me there because I do have a Twitter, but I don't use it.
Guys, gals.
Hey, you can follow us at not quite accurate cosplay or not accurate cosplay on Instagram and
What happened to Raptor? We have Raptor trying to steal the register. I think Adam will need to take care of that.
No, Batgirl's on it.
Batgirl took care of
Let
it.
the professionals do it.
Guys, thank you for joining us. We're thankful for you all. We appreciate you. Like, share, subscribe, and we're out of here.